So I'm not too worried about that. It gets smushed down that process anyway.
In my class in beauty at the trade school, I was #1 when it came to frosting and streaking. I did my own.
Well, I wouldn't have guessed. And I can spot a bottle job at 20 paces. Well, your technique is good. Your form and content, that'll improve with time. So you're hired. Not a moment too soon. Today we're going to be busier than a one-armed paper hanger.
Oh, thank you, Miss Truby. Thank you.
Honey, no time. You know where the coffee stuff is. Everything else is on a tray next to the stove.
Oh, here, let me help you. You got tiny little hairs and fuzzies all over you.
Honey, there's so much static electricity in here, I pick up everything but boys and money. Be a treasure. Anel, this is the most successful shop in town. Do you want to know why?
Why?
Because I have a strict philosophy that I've stuck to for 15 years. There is no such thing as natural beauty. That's why I've not lost a customer to the cut and curl or the beauty box. And don't forget, nothing but the best for my ladies. Do not scrimp on a thing. You feel free to use as much hairspray as you want. Oh, honey, it goes over there. Just push that stuff to one side. That manicure station's right there.
There's no such thing as natural beauty.
You remember that or we're all out of a job. Just look at me now. It takes some effort to look like this.
Oh, I can see that. How many ladies do we have this morning?
Well, I restrict myself to the ladies of the neighborhood on Saturday morning. Normally that's 3, but today we have Shelby Eatonton. She's not a regular, but she's the daughter of a regular. I gotta do something special to her hair today. She's getting married this afternoon. Well, how long have you been in town?
A few weeks.
New in town? Oh, it must be so exciting being in a new place. I wouldn't know. I've lived here my whole life.
It's a little scary.
I can imagine. So tell me things about yourself.
There's nothing to tell. I live here. I've got a job now. That's it. Could I borrow a few of these back issues of Southern Hair?
Well, sure, honey. It's important to stay abreast of the latest styles. I'm glad to see you taking an interest. I get Glamour, McCall's, Family Circle, Mademoiselle, Ladies' Home Journal, all the magazines known to mankind. You must live close, within walking distance. I didn't see a car.
My car's, I don't have a car. I'm staying across the river at Robeline's boarding house.
Ooh, that is quite a walk. Now, Ruth Roebling, there's a story. That is one twisted, troubled soul. Her life is an experiment in terror. Her husband was killed in World War II. Her son was killed in Vietnam. I tell you, when it comes to suffering, she is right up there with Elizabeth Taylor.
I had no idea. Was that a gunshot?
Yes, dear, I believe it was. Could you plug in the hot plate, please?
But why is someone firing a gun in a nice neighborhood like this?
It's a long story. It's got to do with Shelby's wedding and her father. You'll be a whole lot happier if you ignore it like the rest of the neighborhood.
Knock, knock.
Oh, morning, Clary.
Morning, Trudy.
I tried to call you this morning to tell you I was running late. No answer.
Oh, I was out at the crack of dawn. I was up at the high school.
Oh. And now I'd like to introduce you to the former First Lady of Chickapin, Miss Belcher. Clary, this is Annelle. She's taking Judy's place.
Pleased to meet you.
Well, I'm a little embarrassed. If I'd known I was meeting new people, I would have taken a little more pride in my appearance. I was at the dedication for the football field. I am not always this windblown.
They named the new football stadium after her late husband, the Lloyd Belcher Memorial Coliseum. And the team has voted her all sorts of special titles.
And I had the pom-poms to prove it. What is your name, dear?
My married name's Dupuy.
I don't believe I know any Dupuis.
I moved to town not too long ago. I'm originally from Zwali.
That explains it. Trudy, I thought I brought you those recipes.
Clary, honey, the reason I called is, do you mind if I do Shelby first?
Oh, no, that's fine. I will use myself. Shelby is the most important one today. That man, I swanted. I think the situation is worse than ever.
And now, honey, we're going to need some more towels. They're stacked up next to the washing machine.
Sweet girl, where'd you find her?
Well, she heard I had a position open. She just walked on in. I think there's a story there.
Oh, what makes you say that?
Well, for starters, she's married. But she lives at Ruth Roebeling's alone.
I'd get to the bottom of this if I were you. You have some nice silverware you'd like to hold on to.
I'm not too worried about that. She's very nice. Besides, I just love the idea of hiring someone with a past.
She is barely 18. She hasn't had time to have a past.
Honey, it's the 80s. If you can achieve puberty, you can achieve a past. What's... Ooh.
Yeah.
And now, honey, how'd you make this coffee?
Like you said, I put hot water through the thing.
Where did you get the water?
It was boiling on the stove.
Did you happen to notice the hot dogs at the bottom of the pot?
No.
Make some more, please.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, don't worry. I love a good hot dog. Just not with cream and sugar.
Okay, so she's not an international spy, but if it works out, I may let her rent the garage apartment.
Oh, I thought the twins were going to live there while they go to the college.
Recent developments. Louie's going to go away to LSU now, and Poot's going to go work for my cousin in Baltimore. And he doesn't want to be called Poot anymore.
It is hard to
My
believe
babies.
that your children are old enough to leave the nest.
Well, you know I was a child bride. Besides, look on the bright side. I got some places to visit now. I've always wanted to go to Baltimore. I hear it's the hairdo capital of the world.
Oh, here they are. I'm so glad I couldn't feel them.
The recipes? Oh, good. Oh, that looks delicious.
Oh, it is, and the Bisquick makes it so simple. And this one is from my daughter-in-law. She said you cannot attend a function in Tickfaw where that is not served.
Okay, those chocolate chips, semi-sweet or milk?
Milk.
Was that Cairo syrup, light or dark?
Not a taste.
Where's that one you were telling me about? Cuppa.
Oh, that one's so easy you don't even need to write it down. Cup of flour, cup of sugar, cup of fruit cocktail with the syrup. Bake it at 350 till it's golden bubbly.
That sounds awfully rich.
Oh, it is. That's why I serve mine with ice cream to cut the sweet. If you give me some paper, I'll copy those down for you.
Oh, sure. And now I'll get Miss Clary some paper to some section of the Frigidaire underneath the crawfish. Oh, here's that article on Princess Di. I swear, sometimes I wonder if Drum Eaton's brain gets enough oxygen. That is so annoying.
Oh, you should try living next door to him.
So good to see you. Good morning, Miss Clary. Now, it's not that I'm unfriendly. I'm just worried about my nails.
Oh, that's a pretty color.
I hope it doesn't dry too dark. If it dries too dark, it'll never do. You know, the colors are never the same on the bottle.
Now, you'll always find that to be true.
Oh, this is drying way too dark. Practically pink my foot. Trudy, could you get me some of those little nail polish remover things?
Sure, honey. Where's your mama?
Oh, right behind me, I thought.
Here you go.
Oh, hi. I'm Shelby Eatonton, soon to be Latchery.
Hi, I'm a nail. I'm new.
Today's a nail's first day.
Well, and now you're working with the best. Anyone who's anybody gets their hair done at Trudy's.
Absolutely. Shelby, honey, you know I would walk on my lips to avoid criticizing anybody, but your father's about to make us all pull our hair out, and that's bad for my business.
Well, he should be finished with his yard work soon. You're not the only one concerned. Mama and Daddy are fighting like cats and dogs.
Oh, they're just anxious with everything going on.
They're not. They just try to create as much tension as possible in any given situation. It's a creed they live by.
You know, I was just reading an article in Glamour about tension during family occasions. It seems there can be a lot of stress and trauma. The thing I found most interesting is that stressful situations can unleash deep, dark hostilities that make your hair fall out.
They're fighting about patio furniture. Oh, Jackson and I will never fight about silly things. Are you married, Annelle?
Oh, I hope that coffee's better.
Well, it smells right.
Oh, how pretty.
Princess Grace.
Shelby, honey, did you bring me the picture of that hairstyle like I asked?
Yours did. Here you go. Study it carefully, and here's the baby's breath.
Oh, this is so exciting. I feel like I'm present at the creation. There is something so wondrous about the way a bride looks. I feel it is beauty in its purest form. Well, honey, what are you going to do with all this baby's breath? There's no baby's breath in this picture at all.
Oh, you just stick it in. It's meant to frame my face. Baby's breath is a part of my whole decoration concept for a total romantic look.
All right.
Miss Clary, what cute shoes.
Oh, you think so? I'm not sure. I think they might be a little too racy for me. I'll probably just give them away.
Those are too cha-cha for words. If you decide to get rid of them, I'll buy them from you.
What size do you wear?
Well, in a good shoe, I wear a size 6. But 7s feel so good. I buy a size 8.
These are 8.5.
Perfect.
Hi, Mama. Look at Miss Clary's new shoes.
They're mine.
Is this a riddle?
Adele, this is my mama. Hey, how are things at the house?
Oh, fine. Weezy Boo drove just this second. Drop by and speak to your father. One of both of them is probably lying in a pool of blood by now. Hello. Annelle, did you say? What a pretty name. Unusual. I'm Lynn.
How is the mother of the bride?
Don't ask.
What's the matter?
Nothing a handful of prescription drugs couldn't take care of.
I can take this for you.
Oh, just put it over there, please.
And now, can you get started on Miss Eatonton? These women have mountains to move today.
Oh, ain't that the truth?
Her coiffure card's right up on top, honey.
Oh, a piece of cake.
Mama, this color is all wrong. It looks like stuck pig bled all over my hands.
Well, I'm sure I've got something back at the house, the loo.
But do you have pink?
Of course I have pink.
Yeah, but it has to be delicate.
If I don't have something, we'll send one of the boys to get you some delicate pink nail polish.
Good idea, Mama. I'd love to see what Tommy did now.
Well, is there anything I can do to help out last minute?
Clary, you've done enough.
No, I think we've got everything situated. We just finished borrowing the last fern in North Louisiana. No, the boys got in last night. They are taking care of the odds and ends.
Oh, well, I do hope the rain holds off. I'm sorry it's not a prettier day for you.
Oh, this is perfect weather for me. I don't function well when it's hot. I love cloudy days. On cloudy days, I feel as though God's not trying very hard, so I don't have to either.
She does sweat.
Profusely. Thank you, Mama.
No, he doesn't bother me. I love it. But spicy foods make me sweat, especially on the top of my head. My hair gets all wet.
Oh, I'll get that.
I bet it's for me. Probably my mind trying to locate my body.
Hello. Yes, sir, she is. Hold on a minute. Melinda's your husband.
Yes, Trump. I don't know, I haven't got it. I don't have it. Trump, if you're trying to drive me crazy, it's too late. For the last time, I don't have it. Go ask the boys. Goodbye.
What did Daddy want?
Nothing.
All right, Shelby, so we're gonna sweep it up and leave some softness around the ears, yeah?
Sweep it up.
Yes, Mama, like Princess Grace.
But did you bring Trudy the picture of Jacqueline Smith?
No, I brought her the picture of Princess Grace. I destroyed the picture of Jacqueline Smith.
I thought I had made you understand the advantages of the Jacqueline Smith hairdo.
No, Mama.
At least I talked her out of that stupid idea of sticking baby's breath all in her hair.
Keep your head straight, please.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, it's all right. I find cold water refreshing. Just startled me a little, that's all.
Trudy, can I get a copy of your strawberry pie recipe?
Oh, sure, honey. Oh, now Shelby, your mama doesn't tell us much. What's Jackson like?
Oh, he's pretty swell. I used to think he was a pest, but then he kind of grew on me, and now I love him.
Where'd you meet him?
At a party at the Petroleum Club in Shreveport. I had no idea who he was, but I was getting a big kick out of watching him on the dance floor. It was painfully obvious he'd never taken the time to dance in front of a mirror. Oh, there was something so attractive about how stupid he looked.
Is he real romantic?
No. But he does buy me flowers, little presents if I bug him enough. He promised to give me a red rose on every anniversary corresponding to the number of that anniversary. I think that's so sweet.
That is a real romantic idea, isn't it?
Yes. I just wish it was his.
Lloyd and I missed 50 years by just 3 months. That stinker, bless his heart, he tried, he just couldn't make it.
Do you remember your wedding?
Oh, of course I do. I remember everything, the flowers, the food. Weezer was my maid of honor. Oh, Shelby, I hope you and Jackson will be as happy as Lloyd and I were. We had such a good time until last November. Well, at least he held on through the state playoffs.
Miss Clary, there are still plenty of good times to be had.
Oh, sure. But I do miss the whirlwind of being the mayor's wife. And it's not easy being just one. I don't like going places by myself. And when I go with another couple, I feel like a third wheel. And when I go with a friend, we're just a couple of old biddies.
Oh, well, I think somebody like you should be able to find something to occupy your time.
Well, I really do love football. But it's hard to parlay that into a reason to live.
Face it, Clary, you're a woman coming to terms with her grips. You and me are in the same boat. My kids are leaving town, and I got a husband who hasn't moved from in front of the television set in 15 years. It is up to us to figure out why we were put on this earth. Well, that's today's sermon. Shelby, you and Jackson gonna live in West Monroe or Monroe proper?
Monroe, of course, his law practice is there.
Oh, Shelby, you are so lucky. Louisiana lawyers do well whether they want to or not.
You know, I don't care, really. Don't get me wrong, the money's real nice, but my dream is to get old and sit on the back porch covered in grandchildren and say, no, and stop that.
Are you gonna quit nursing?
Never. I love it. I love being around all those babies. Last week, we had this poor little fella, 2.5 months premature. He looked like a big rat. Oh. Just kept talking to him and holding him, but I knew he was never going to make it.
That is so sad.
Happens all the time.
Drew and I feel that Shelby should not keep working after she gets married.
Oh, I'm so anxious to discuss this topic for the 200th time this week.
You shouldn't be on your feet all day. You should be kinder to your circulatory system.
Now, you know, I know you knew and all, but don't let that stop you. Anytime you got something to say, you just let it rip.
I don't have anything to say.
Well, it looks like you're ready to roll. I think we can trust Annelle to finish you up. Annelle, do you think you can finish up Miss Eatonton?
I don't know. Today is a very special day, and my work tends to be too poofy when I'm nervous. Does your dress have to go over your head?
You can't screw up her hair. You just tease it, make it look like a blonde football helmet.
You must have missed the section in Emily Post that says all abuse must be heaped on the mother of the bride. You go ahead now. I'm sure it will be beautiful. Doesn't matter what I look like anyway.
Oh, ladies.
Shelby, tell me things about the wedding. How many bridesmaids?
9.
Good Lord.
Exactly.
I hope the photographer brings a wide-angle lens.
I think it's awful and embarrassing, but Mama made me have my cousins and Margie St. Maurice.
Shelby, there was nothing we could do about it, you know it.
It will be pretentious, and Daddy always says an ounce of pretension is worth a pound of manure.
The poet laureate of Dogwood Lane.
Oh, Lord, I wish you'd get off Daddy's back. He gets enough hassle from Miss Weezer.
So what are your colors, Shelby?
Blush and bashful.
Her colors are pink and pink.
Blush and bashful.
I ask you, how precious is this wedding gonna get?
All right, my colors are blush and bashful. I've chosen 2 shades of pink. One is much deeper than the other.
The bridesmaids' dresses are beautiful.
Yes, and the ceremony will be too. The walls are banked with sprays of flowers in the 2 shades of blush and bashful. There's a pink carpet laid specially for the service and pink silk bunting draped over everything that would stand still.
That sanctuary looks like it's been hosed down with Pepto-Bismol.
I like pink.
I tried to get her to use peaches and cream. Oh, that would have been so lovely this time of year. All the azaleas in our yard are peach-colored. And peach is so flattering to every skin tone.
No way, pink is my signature color.
What color's your dress, Malin?
Peach and cream.
Clary?
Oh, beige lace to the knee.
Well, I'm gonna wear a sexy blue chiffon number. Oh, Shelby Jackson's gonna take one look at me and leave you behind in the dust.
Well, you know, Mama's dress is gorgeous. It cost more than a wedding dress.
It did not. It was on sale.
That's what she told Daddy. What she meant to say is that it was for sale,
Oh.
not on sale.
I'll get that one. Hello? Yes. Hi, Janice. I heard it's an emergency. Yes, I can't today. I'm sorry. I'm dealing with Shelby. Tomorrow's Sunday. What? But just come on by after church.
Trudy, you should not give up your Sundays.
We all know how neurotic Janice Van Meter is about her appearance.
Janice is the current mayor's wife. We hate her.
All right, Shelby, tell me things about your reception.
There'll be ferns, twinkly lights, there'll be magnolias in the pool.
Oh, I hope your father doesn't get any magnolias from Weeze's side of the tree. We will never hear the end of it.
Well, the wedding cake will be by the pool, and the groom's cake will be hidden in the carport.
There is one thing Shelby and I agree on. The groom's cake.
It's awful. It's in the shape of a giant armadillo.
An armadillo?
Jackson wanted a cake in the shape of an armadillo. He has an aunt that makes them.
Oh, well, it's unusual.
It's repulsive. The thing has gray icing. I can't even think how you'd make gray icing.
Worse, the cake part, red velvet. Blood red. People are going to be hacking into this animal that looks like it's bleeding to death.
Oh, the rehearsal supper was an experience.
Oh, it wasn't that bad. It was out at Jackson's uncle's place on the river.
They served steak and baked potatoes. They went to a lot of trouble.
His family likes to barbecue.
Oh, and for dessert, they served an original creation called Dago pie. I don't know. That says it all. Jackson comes from a good old Southern family with good old Southern values. You either shoot it, stuff it, or marry it.
They're simply outdoorsy, that's all.
Did you all do anything especially romantic?
We drove down to Frenchman's Point and went parking.
Really?
That's the romantic stuff that really melts my butter.
Then we went skinny dipping and did things that frighten the fish.
It's been a long time since we've got a youngster in here.
Oh, we just talked and talked and talked.
Oh, I love talks like that. In the arms of the man you love.
Well, actually, we fought most of the time.
What?
Because I told him I couldn't marry him.
What? Why would you go and do a thing like that?
It's okay, we got it all worked out now.
Okay, just one of those last minute jitter things.
No, but the wedding's still on.
Oh, well, good, because this is going to be in the Hairdo Hall of Fame.
Shelby, you scared us. It wasn't a very nice thing to do to your mother. I mean, you shouldn't have to do something like that to a woman that's marinating 50 pounds of crab claws.
Oh, but making up can be extremely romantic. I'm so jealous. I miss romance so much.
Oh, Trudy, it can't be that bad, can it?
Oh, the last romantic thing my husband did was in 1972. He enclosed this carport so I could support him. Very nice, Annelle. I think you know what you're doing.
Thank you. Mrs. Eaton, you have great hair, and your scalp is clean as a whistle.
Well, I tried.
Must run in the family. Shelby's got such nice hair. Oh, it's so thick. Hold your head up, honey. Stop it. Honey, Shelby. Shelby. Melinda.
Oh, honey.
I'll get the juice.
Truvy, there's some candy in my purse.
Oh, I got a peppermint right here.
All right. Shelby.
Here you go, baby.
Here, we're getting you some juice.
Should I get a cookie?
Here's the juice.
Here, Shelby, you need some juice. Leave me alone. Drink, honey, drink some juice.
Drink the juice, please.
Well, who can blame a juice after a peppermint?
Mama, stop it. I've got candy in my purse. Shelby, honey, you didn't bring your purse. Now here, have another sip. Drink.
Is it any wonder with all this wedding nonsense and running around?
Excuse me, should I call the doctor or something?
No, honey.
Shelby's a diabetic.
She's just got a little too much insulin, that's all. She'll be fine if we can get something in her. Here, Shelby, come on, have another sip.
Don't leave me alone.
Oh, Shelby, I would love to see you try. Now, Shelby, come on, cooperate.
Drink the juice, honey.
Okay, there we go. That's a start.
That one hit her quick.
Yeah, she's on the pill now and her hormones are running wild, but she'll get on an even keel here pretty soon.
Oh, she could hurt herself, Melinda. What if she'd been driving a car when this happened?
Maybe that explains why I have so much gray hair, but you've known Shelby as long as I have. You know I have to let her be strong. She doesn't seem to be down too deep.
Talk to us, Shelby.
No.
That's good enough for me.
She has been so upset lately. She and Jackson have been going round and round. At her last appointment, Dr. Michaud told her that children were not possible. It wasn't the easiest thing to sit there and watch your child's heart break.
Don't talk about me like I'm not here.
Well, there, she's making some sense. See, this one wasn't too bad at all, but I think you should have a little more juice. Come on, just a little.
Can I do something? Should I go to the kitchen and
No, she'll be fine in just a minute. She probably won't remember anything. Don't fuss over her. Normality is very important to Shelby.
Sorry to hear about the children thing, Melinda.
I know. She feels Jackson is throwing away his chance for children. They've discussed it and he seems to be fine with it. Shelby's the one who won't let go of it.
Shut up. Don't be stupid. There are plenty of kids out there that need good homes we'll adopt. Shut up. We'll buy them if we have to.
Oh, Jackson sounds like good people to me.
In that moment I knew if he was dumb enough to spend the rest of his life with me, I was dumb enough to marry him. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. It's everywhere.
Hello? Yes, honey, just 1 second. Melinda, honey, it's Tommy for Shelby.
Shelby, honey, it's Tommy.
Shelby, it's Tommy. He wants to know where your car is.
Oh, no, absolutely not. That's the honeymoon getaway car. He wants to defile it. Jonathan said he's been buying rubbers by the case.
She'll have to call you back.
Thank you.
Okay, honey. That's okay. Gotta sit up straight. It's time for me to gild the lily. So, are you gonna leave it up after the reception? I'd love to give you a touch-up before the honeymoon.
I'm gonna leave it up as long as possible.
Oh, no. Let me guess where the honeymoon is. I'm picturing someplace tropical, moonlight for days, someplace secluded where you can be intimate out of doors.
Las Vegas.
Well, I hear the weather's nice. It's like living in a blow dryer.
Shelby, About what Jackson
I'd
said.
rather not talk about it, Mama. What happens in my life now is between me and Jackson. Jackson will take care of me, I will take care of him.
You can't blame people for being concerned about you, darling.
What Jackson said about children, about adoption was wonderful and very wise. There's no disgrace in not being able to have children. Shelby, did you hear what I said?
Mama, I know all about adoption. I also know the limitations of this body of mine. I will not do anything stupid.
She's finally listening to reason.
Shelby, honey, you're gonna have to start untangling some of this baby's breath.
Oh, Shelby, no.
It's my wedding. I'll stick baby's breath up my nose if I want to.
She's got enough.
Fine. Here I'm supposed to be an expert on human behavior, and I can't even manage the people in my own family.
Oh, Mama, did you tell him?
Ooh, tell us what.
Oh, it's nothing, really. I might be promoted to administrator of the guidance center.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, and the Guidance Center does such good work for the disturbed.
I should have taken my boys there when they were little, got them straightened out. I should have known something was wrong with Louis when his imaginary playmates wouldn't even play with him.
Your boys grew up fine. They're just a little scary, that's all.
It must be so fun for Melinda to have access to all that secret, private information. Come on, Melinda, tell us some of your most bizarre mental cases and let us guess who they are. This town is full of some sick tickets.
I will not discuss business in a social situation. People need a place where they can come and unload their problems. I would never violate their confidence.
Mama means it. When she says she doesn't talk, she's not gonna. She's a brick wall.
Well, you know what somebody always says, if you don't have anything nice to say about anybody, come sit by me.
Do you realize we are all being rude to poor Annette? Annelle. Oh. Here she doesn't know us from Adam's house cat, and we keep talking about experiences that are foreign to her. Well, tell us about yourself, Annette.
There's nothing to tell.
Well, where do you live?
On the corner of Jefferson and 2nd.
Which corner?
The one where you can't see the house for the weeds.
Oh, you must live at Mrs. Rumeline's house.
She is my landlady.
Are you getting along with her?
What's the matter with her?
Oh, nothing. Are you happy there?
She scares me. She's always watching me. Sometimes I catch her looking at me through my keyhole.
Oh, dear me. Well, don't worry. She's probably just not taking her medication. I'll have a word with her on Monday. Shelby, wouldn't you like to finish off that juice?
Oh, I'm fine, Mama. You finish it.
It's going to be a while before the bridesmaids' luncheon. Why don't you finish
Trudy, you know what you need in here? You need a radio. Music is wonderful to have in the background. It takes the pressure off of having to talk so much.
You know, I used to have one, but I smashed it against the wall when I couldn't find out where the batteries went. I know now I was a victim. Premenstrual syndrome.
Oh, well, I got 4 as wedding presents. I'll bring you one.
Oh, that's so sweet.
What was that I heard? Oh, yes, the Antilli family is selling KPPD. I wonder how much a radio station goes for.
A lot. But a small town radio station can be a license to print money if it's run right.
You should buy KPPD, Miss Clary. You got plenty of money.
What would I do with a radio station? Business has never interested me at all. Lloyd took care of all that stuff.
Shelby, why don't you finish off that juice?
Forget the damn juice.
Well, Shelby will be fine now. Anyway, I always keep some candy in my purse, just in case.
Ooh, then you should take some of that butterscotch in that dish back there. Clary, put some in a purse for me. They are so good. They start out real hard. When you suck all the coating off, they get real chewy. 2 of my favorite things. Crunchy and chewy and buttery all in one. Delicious.
So, Melinda, you always carry candy in your purse.
Oh, without fail.
So tell me then, do you suck on this often?
I hate it when people bring weapons into my shop.
How'd you get Daddy's gun away from you?
Oh, I've been waiting for my chance all morning. He finally put it down to go to the bathroom.
Excuse me, I have a question. I'm new here and all. Is my life in danger?
Honey, no. Lynn's husband's just been shooting at some birds. The trees are full of them this time of year.
Our backyard is full of fruit trees, which are full of birds. Dad has been trying to frighten them out of the trees by making loud noises. I didn't want the guests at my reception to be dodging bird dew all night.
The neighborhood is fit to be tied. Weezer Boudreaux blames the problems that mangy dog of hers on Trump's gunshots. She says all the noise has made that stupid animal lose its hair.
Taking the gun was a stroke of genius, Melinda.
I know.
But what if he comes down here and tries to get his gun back?
Trump would never set foot in a beauty shop. This is Wynn's territory. He probably thinks we all run around naked.
Oh no! There's someone coming! It's a strange lady with a strange dog.
Oh, that would be Weasel.
There's one ugly dog. What kind of a dog is that?
Well, if Rhett had hair, he'd be a collie.
Lord, give me strength.
This is it. I have found it. I am in hell.
Morning, Weezer.
Don't try to get on my good side. I no longer have one.
Well, you're a little early. I wasn't expecting you till about 11-ish.
Well, that's precisely why I'm here. I have to cancel. I had to take my poor dog to the vet before he has a nervous breakdown. My dog, I mean, that vet's perfectly healthy. You must be the new girl.
Hi.
May I have a glass of water? I have been screaming this morning.
Weezer, I'm sorry things have gotten so out of hand.
It's not your fault, Lynn. You know, I used to think you were crazy for marrying that man. Then for a few years, I just thought you were a glutton for punishment. Now I realize that you must be on some mission from God. I look like a dog's dinner. I haven't slept in days. However, when I got up this morning, I decided I would try to rise above it. I would start anew. Whatever that man has done, I would overlook it in honor of your wedding day, Shelby. So I thought I'd make myself a little presentable and floss up the house in case somebody wanted to drop by, it being a big day in the neighborhood and all. So I go out to cut some fresh flowers for the living room. I go down to my magnolia tree, and there is not a bloom on it.
Well, you said the judge hasn't decided
It's
which tree.
mine.
Yes, exactly.
Be that as it may, it would not be too much for me to ask to have one blossom to brighten my home. I'm all alone except my dog,
Oh, Weezy, you need something in your life besides that dumb animal.
the little Clary. So I was standing there looking at my naked magnolia tree when I saw a drum across the way loading what appeared to be a cannon. So I asked him, what happened to all those magnolia blossoms? He said the wind probably blew them off during the night. So I asked him how the wind managed to blow them all off into your pool. And then he fired at me.
Oh.
Is that rude or what?
Well, they're just blanks, and Drum would never aim a gun at a lady.
Oh, he's a real gentleman. You know, I bet he takes the dishes out of the sink before he pees in it.
That is uncalled for.
All I know is my dog has to be sedated. He has a condition.
Are you sure? Rhett is a very old dog.
I'm simply going on what the vet tells me.
Which vet?
Whitey Black.
Well, that's your first mistake. Whitey Black's a moron. I'm not even sure he has opposable thumbs.
Miss Weezer, my daddy is not trying to drive you crazy. He's just trying to make my reception nice. His heart is in the right place.
But he cannot do this to my dog. Oh, my dog is on his last legs. What am I going to do with the poor animal?
Well, I've got some pretty good recipes right here.
Darling, whatever your name is, look out there and check on my dog while I smack Clary in her smart mouth. Oh, you may not believe this, but these are the dearest friends I have in this town.
His color's good. His skin is real pink.
Miss Weezer, I know for a fact there will be no more gunshots, so why don't you relax, have a cup of coffee?
This is gonna work out beautifully. I'm almost done with Shelby. And then I can get started on Weezer. See, life can be beautiful.
All right. I'll stay as long as there's no more gunshots. What is your name? Did you tell me?
Adele.
Fine. Are you new in town? I know everyone. I don't recall ever seeing you before.
I moved to town not too long ago.
With your family?
No, I don't have any family to speak of.
With your husband?
Oh, with my husband. That's hard to say. I don't know.
You don't know?
I'm not sure.
Well, I'm intrigued. Are you married or not? Now, these are not difficult questions.
Well, he's not. We're not. I can't talk about it.
Of course you can.
I'm not sure if I'm married or not. He's gone!
Honey, the men are the most horrible creatures.
Everything is horrible. Bunky, that's my husband. He left. We only moved to town a month ago. He just up and vanished last week.
No idea where he went.
And nobody knows. He took all the money, my jewelry, the car, half my clothes was in the trunk.
There may have been foul play. Have you been to the police?
No, but they've been to me. He's in real big trouble with the law, drugs or something. He never paid the rent, so I got thrown out of our house and had to move in at crazy old Mrs. Robeline's. The police keep questioning me, but I don't know anything. They say my marriage may not be legal.
Why didn't you say something, honey?
I was afraid to. I needed a job in the worst way, and I didn't know if you would hire someone who may or may not be married to someone who might be a dangerous criminal. But I swear to you, my personal tragedy will not interfere with my ability to do good hair.
Of course it won't.
I really don't think things could get any worse.
Of course they can.
You are so brave.
You must be made of courage.
I'm totally alone. Checks are bouncing everywhere. Everything's going wrong. I keep asking myself, why me?
God, we are awful. We are hateful, awful people. Here, all we've been talking about is weddings and psychotic animals. And we have been tearing you up inside, haven't we? I can't tell you how sorry I am. And you've been having such a terrible time. Sometimes we don't know how lucky we are.
Well, what can we do to help?
I know one thing I can do. Tonight, you are going to come by my house for some, believe me, armadillo rose cake. It's going to be a wonderful party.
Oh, I can't. I still get real emotional sometimes, and
I will not stand for anyone being unhappy or alone tonight. And if you feel yourself start getting sad, you just watch my husband dance. It's very funny.
You're all so nice.
Honey, we enjoy being nice to each other. There's nothing else to do in this town.
Oh, but I don't have anything to wear.
Oh, not a problem. I'm sure I'll have something that'll do. I'll call the house.
And if you're interested, my garage apartment's going to be coming open soon. My son's living there now. Just give me a day to clean it out and I'll sweep out the bed. We can figure something out with the rent, okay?
Oh.
Good. Jonathan, you have to do me a favor. Yes, now. Go to my closet and bring me 2 or 3 of my Sunday things. Just anything. Use your judgment. Very well. Bring me the pink dress with the white collar, the pink suit with the cherries pinned on the jacket, and the pink and white polka dot. No, Mama doesn't have Daddy's gun. Don't you have anything better to do? He what? We'll stop him! Now!
Is something the matter?
We'll see. Oh, yes!